All right. Do you actually know what the title of our talk is?
No, but you should probably know that, right?
Welcome, everybody. This is our talk, Mary and my talk, The Future of Nightingale. Want to say hi, Mary?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. We're going to take you through some thoughts about where we think Nightingale is headed next.
Yeah, this one's going to be really casual. We just figured we just kind of go through various bits and pieces. It's fairly structured, but, we're not going to be like officially making a presentation today. All right. So let's see. So far, on the annual general meeting, I gave some notes kind of outlining, where Nightingale has come from, is that we do feel that in the past, roughly year and a half, we have created a very friendly, a welcoming kind of digital front door to the Data Visualization Society. I think that's really predominantly been through the generous support of the community. And what we've found is that, by providing a new space for practitioners, curious people that are passionate about any subject in data viz, information design, we've just started to create a place to foster new voices and more community in general.
And in addition to that, we feel like, Nightingale is a unique platform and a place it gives folks an opportunity to really show their work, and oftentimes maybe in a different way than we do professionally. It's a one-of-a-kind member service that offers you the opportunity for broad exposure and promotion. We've been supportive of book launches and new exhibits and some of the other cool things that you're doing out in the world with your skills. We've been really enthusiastic about new voices, and that you will see that continue into 2021 here. In fact, in 2020, over a third of our articles came from first-time writers. Nightingale gives us an opportunity to show our best pieces and sort of our best use cases. And in fact, in 2020, our top 5 pieces were, number 1 was I learned data viz in a year and you can too. Number 2 was the Great Emoji Movie Challenge. Number 3 was 10 considerations before you create another COVID chart. and number 4 was how to create brand colors for data visualization style guidelines. And number 5 was constructing a career in data visualization, the how. So that gives you kind of a sense of the types of things that our readers get really enthusiastic about.
Now, I just want to add one little thing on there, Mary, is that those are actually our top 5 most read pieces. We have certainly a difference in how Medium tracks things on minutes read versus actual clicks onto the articles. But what I love about that collection is it just shows you how important kind of building community and sharing expertise of how to get started really is.
And that those are the kinds of pieces that really drive engagement on the platform. Yep.
And also one last note, the 10 considerations before you create another chart about COVID-19 was a phenomenally well-read article by Amanda McCulloch, our new executive director. And I do feel that actually did help support the case for a more measured application of data viz and COVID-19. So I think that's another article we can kind of point to, at least how we're starting to impact kind of the broader community of data visualization practitioners.
Indeed, like starting a whole new conversation there about taking a different posture. And so then Jason and I have been talking a lot about where Nightingale could go next. We really feel like there is limitless potential for inspiration, support,
action, promotion,
learning and advancement,
understanding, and I think also just a broader recognition.
Yep. We feel like when that happens, it's all of that can come from when a generous ecosystem, gives a damn about sharing knowledge. And that's what we think is happening on Nightingale. In 2021, we're going to take some steps and create a new program for finding and encouraging new voices. And there's a couple of things that we've been kicking around as an editorial team. Number one, we really want to explore what our community looks like and who considers them a part of it. And number two, we really want to orient to the importance of data viz's role in overcoming relevance barriers, and how is, the people who walk around thinking that they're not data people and that data is not relevant to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we also want to continue to raise that general awareness of the broader context amongst practitioners. Like Mary said, there's a lot of people that use and leverage data viz in their work all the time. They just may not necessarily, have that in their job title. I think we also want to really actively create a pipeline for nourishing more new voices, especially from diverse communities around the world.
Yep. And we've really been, trying to reach out and do that within, on the Slack channel, and as we come, as we're exposed to folks, and reading things, but we're always looking for community input on that.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You're going to also notice that we're going to be driving to some higher standards in 2021. In the next month, we want to begin to design some standards for publishing on Nightingale. Hang on, Jason.
It wouldn't be a Zoom call unless we had some kind of dog or kid in the background. By doing this, by really helping to establish new standards for publishing, it's going to help people focus on how to level up their skills and give them precise requirements for what's needed to get their work into publication. It's also going to help us in setting expectations with our writers, but also with the community as well. We've been really blessed by such a wealth of generous people. And I do hope the word generosity comes through over and over again to you on this, and that so many of the first-time writers we had have not only been so welcoming of editorial direction, but also just really generous in investing their time with us to level up their skills. And so the other thing is that it's likely that the new mechanisms that we will be using to support the new writers will probably come by reorganizing maybe our DVS Slack channel and trying to find more ways of connecting people, right? Like there's actually a fairly in-depth editorial process that a lot of our Nightingale writers know. Sometimes people just submit an article, someone gives it a review, and it's great. Maybe there's a few small changes and it goes live. Sometimes there's really multiple rounds of revisions, and we're not doing it to be jerks. Right. We're doing it to help you learn and to create the best quality content for yourself and for the community at large. So
we really see, Nightingale as adding to your personal and professional profiles and in portfolios, and we see our job as helping to enhance that.
Absolutely. And so I think, we want to try to adjust or augment or even explore kind of new sandbox environments where people, not only just, Nightingale editors, but also other writers can kind of contribute. Because it does take a community to kind of raise up all these new voices and to kind of explore new directions. And, everybody on the editorial team of Nightingale has been so enriched by all the ideas that come at us every day. So it's really a ton of fun. And we look forward to kind of sharing that joy and fun with the rest of the community.
Yeah.
Cool. So this is the fun part, the big news.
Woohoo!
Here it goes.
Oh,
here it goes. I'm scared to say it out loud, but I'm going to anyways. 2021 is the year that Nightingale is going to move into print. Woo! What are we getting ourselves into? It's going to be really exciting. There's so many ideas that we're exploring, but creating a printed version of Nightingale will help us to change the perception of our ideas themselves, right? There's a lot of reasons why moving into print just makes a ton of sense, right? It'll help us to circumnavigate certain issues in SEO. It'll help us to change how people interact with kind of the content in a print version of Nightingale. It will also change how people, stumble across our work. moving away from a digital domain only and having it move into, booksellers around the world, will increase those chance interactions with people that are interested in information design and data visualization, but again, just may not really know what that looks like.
Yeah. And just as professional societies have done in the past, creating a print journal, it helps to legitimize, who we are, and it gives us an archival version of our work that lives in a printed record. And think about your own bookshelves. We tend to keep magazines longer. We tend to leave them in places for people to happen upon them. We loan them to our friends. They literally have become, having a shelf life. Mm-hmm. Creating a print version allows us to archive our thoughts in a more lasting way, really by embedding them in libraries and schools. And it really helps to spread our ideas and influence outside of just our professional bubble.
And I want to add to that last point, which is that in my own historic research, which you probably recognize if you're a fan of Nightingale, I'm constantly digging up information from, professional societies from the past, and they're archived, and so this is a way for us to kind of move into the historic record with a little bit more panache and also a little bit more official capacity. Yeah. So yeah, really excited about this. And, to be honest with you, it's going to take a lot to get this off the ground. Yeah. We're going to need a lot of help. I want to just leave that really open-ended and say, if you're interested in exploring, standing up a print version of Nightingale in some capacity, then just get in touch. We're pretty easy to get a hold of. And with that, I think that's actually about it for the moment. Mary, do you have the email that people can get in touch with us on the top of your head?
Yep, it's nightingale@datavisualizationsociety.org. That's our new email address. Of course, you can DM either Jason or I on Slack. And know that we're always open to your feedback as well. We take all of your feedback to heart, and would like you to continue to keep providing your thoughts and suggestions and input to us.
Yeah, very much so. And, I will say that we have had some people come in and challenge some of their experiences or even some of our direction, and we really welcome it. We're trying hard, but we really, really appreciate the gift of your feedback. So thank you so much. And again, just to reiterate from the AGM notes, we've created a community that really celebrates the joy of what we do. So thank you very much. And with that, and also before we go, I just want to thank all of our editors, and especially Mary, Isaac, who was the managing editor before. Both of you have done just such a phenomenal job helping us print so many articles every week, day in, day out. It's such a huge amount of work. So thank you both so much for your kindness and your focus.
And we just really, I can speak for Isaac too, just really appreciate, everybody's willingness to share their ideas with us and to work with us.
Absolutely. So with that, thank you very much. Get in touch. Print Magazine 2021. Who knows what it's going to be?